Alright, and we are finally ready with this. It took a bit, and in general also took a bit to actually get this far, but to think that it also was worth the effort. So it's also possible to redeem to see more of that, but indeed we are good to go and at least try to also play Fortnite successfully, which depends on, because would say that the She-Wolf has moderate but not best vision for that, so it may be we are also playing ranked, so we may very well lose rank. Oh well, it is what it is. So let's go for at least the usual 1.5 hours before sauna here, and hope everyone has had good start of the weekend. Let's try to get image also from the game. Yes, there we are. Oh, thank you. And of course, feel free to also redeem to have more view of the bodysuit. Oh, hello there, Raven. Let's greet you too properly also. It's really nice that you both joined. So indeed, welcome. And indeed also welcome to Berg, and thank you for the compliment. Very pleased to hear so. So let's then move towards the game again and see how we do like with ranked, which is more or less like, yes, how would you like to have more trouble type of a thing. Also, as it's gradually less illuminated outside, let's add a bit of illumination for more stable illumination overall, which looks even better. So let's then go for the game and see how that goes for us, which is another question. So here we go, and we have already chosen like nice, a bit matching looks even, so time to just pretty much directly play. Alright, and got all the way to the loading screen at least. Oh, alright, we'll play this match and then we do proper redeem. Alright. Alright, and let's see, like, choose one of the small buildings and hope there's like a gun there so that we do not get in too much trouble. Alright, unsure what that does, but here we have like a rubber gun, so we are already in much less trouble. And there's also a chest, which is nice. Alright, golden gun also, so that should serve us well. There we go. Headshot also, so that was a pretty good start. There we go. This is pretty well for this fursuit when we consider that it's not the best vision due to that this suit has some issues with back contrast, so it's like not the best suit for this, but they decided to do it because there was the request. SFW requested that. There we go. Pretty good aim even. So would say that this far we are doing pretty nicely for this suit. Let's see like what is the alright, we are not moving like too far from the zone, which was the main concern in this respect, to like not go off the edge of the zone immediately. Would be nice to find also some shields, so let's see, can we find. There was like a chest. Alright, the chest is directly there. And of course no shields apparently. Thermite, yeah. Thermite is useful, but I do think it has quite limited. Do think like that the shotgun is more useful for quick eliminations, like if at close range, maybe use the shotgun. Otherwise it seems surprisingly silent currently, like not much activity. Directly in this area it appears. Alright, would say even that surprisingly few. Alright, rocket drill, that sounds quite effective. However that works, at least it's huge, so apparently we can't like walk out of that window, so let's do a wall delete and then like get at least a bit of shields from these. Anything is better than 0 shields. Also really like with Fortnite, you can swim in any suit, whatever, perfectly. Really like that. Alright, that was surprisingly far. Alright, here we are. Alright, ran out of ammunition, so they were surprisingly obsessed with the building when we consider that we ran out of ammunition, and they should have had time to shoot us, and actually they got no shots in at all, so really. So let's see what we find next as far as. Alright, there should be some action in this direction. So let's climb the hill and see about that. There we go. Victory crown, wow. Alright, we are pretty much on the edge of... Let's see, is there anything else worth picking up? Unstoppable medallion, sure. Striker burst rifle, sure. Alright. They had pretty good quality items, to say the least. Also like a shotgun. It's much more interesting than the rocket drill. Alright. Pretty high-endistic like. Yeah, there has been a bit of action here. Like what? Right, let's move further into the zone. That was pretty good shot. Like, yeah, I get the victory crown. Like any time you get the victory crown, you know. Pretty nice match already. Surprised actually that we have gotten this good a match with these Fursuit, because it's like not the best vision, so it's a bit like, especially shooting is a bit like not totally perfect, or like very not perfect even. We still have no shields, because no shield potions, pretty much everything else. Alright, we can't get through the wall, at least that way. How about we make a hole in it? Oh, hello there, Pierre. Great to see you. We'll greet you properly and through the reteam once the match finishes. We have been doing surprisingly well this far. Oh, hello there, Briareas. We have very good amount of good critters here, it appears. Alright, there they are. Let's see if we can break more havoc. Mr. Shotgun. Alright. What? Another victory crown. Can there be two? Like what? Apparently we can pick up only one victory crown. Really? Let's reload and see about if we can. We are now down to what, 18 players, so this is starting to be a pretty good match as far as rank even goes. We are going to rise in rank, that's already clear. So, alright, we have already had 2 redeems, thank you. As said, we'll show off very well after this match finishes. It's kind of not possible to do the redeem until the match finishes, because we had already started loading the match when Perk redeemed, and then so we will do very good in that respect once the match finishes, because it's of course once you start the match you have to also play one match There we go. 10 players remaining. Alright, that was actually really good. As once explained, do consider building the walls mostly useless. The reason being that you give your opponent time to reload and shoot more. And in general, indeed, Pierre, it's impossible to pause if there are like multiple people involved, you know. Have you heard about multiplayer? Alright, we are clearly getting also shot at, so most probably. Alright, we died. But 5th place. That went really well. That would have been hard to really get the last few, so that was hugely successful match. And like also we increased in rank. Bronze 1 or bronze 3 even, and we made 114% up rank, so that was like really good match. So let's return to lobby and then show off properly as was intended. So alright, we received about 10 million things also in terms of rewards, like what skull flag, nice, and various wheels for the Rocket League car, and gilded aura. Ah, that's really nice contrail. That we will equip immediately. Really nice contrail. Claim all. There we go. Alright, and that was already half an hour stream. That was really nice match. Alright, and now we are ready to there we go. And indeed, greetings to all, and now we are good to do the redeem, so there we go. And indeed, hopefully all enjoyed. Alright, thank you. So, then it would be time for another match, as we have done the redeem nicely so, and it has been about 30 minutes, and we are doing the usual 1.5 hours this far do things, so let's go for more. Maybe do one more match with this avatar and then also change that. So then we again wait for matchmaking, and of course do think it gets also harder because we have increased in rank, so in that respect do also think that it is getting harder each time, as we are now in bronze 3 rank wise, so do think that. But it's probably one of the fastest rises in rank, because played a couple of matches to practice the other day and immediately got up to bronze 2. Now we made it in one match to bronze 3, so at least we are doing better in ranked than what has been the average performance. Alright, and battle bus time soon. Let's see where to land. Alright, there's a small building. Yeah, I really like the new contrail. Hopefully we can find some gun also down there. Right, it's one of the gas station thingies apparently. Directly in through the window, and again we got what, the pulse detector, movable landing pad, all kinds of like other things than a gun. Yeah, here's a gun. Alright, what? It's a shotgun. Oh well. Alright, shield potion. Then would be nice to also have other guns than the shotgun. Let's see at the gas station proper. Another shotgun. There should be a chest also somewhere here. Yes. Alright. Alright, shotgun works for me. Did they have any? Yes. Twin fire auto shotgun. What, like, how about even more shotguns? What is this, like a twin gun? Alright. Let's see what kind of gun pieces. Right, that wasn't very lucky. Lucky combat. They had like SMG and we had the weird akimbo guns, so we did still eliminate a couple. So yep, we rose in rank still with the 2 eliminations, so not bad at all, not bad at all. So, next match please. But we promised to change the looks, so let's do that at this point first. Let's go for another stylish combat suit and maybe change also the back part. Do you think the Order's wings actually look pretty good also with this suit? There we go. Looks nice and thematic also, so let's go with that. So let's then continue with that and see about how we do. Alright, we are about half the way in time wise. Looks good. So there we go. We should also sometime have Fortnite like community event so that or we can do like duo or even bigger teams sometime. Do think would be quite fun with the chat whenever like we would announce it so that we have fluffs ready to join, so would certainly be nice to do also a community event in Fortnite one of these weeks. There we go. Amusingly, this is the fastest way to swim in Fortnite. You keep bouncing out of the water and it's actually the fastest way to swim in Fortnite for some confusing reason. Alright. Match begins soon and we apparently also hit the point from which you can't swim further, so alright, there's some building there. Maybe not there because that's like the lair of the wolf, and if you go there, he has like the some ducks that will certainly make sure that you get full of holes. So let's go to the farm or whatever. Ah yeah, this is the train depot. Brutal boxcars. So let's hit the train depot. Alright, that was no. Alright, we were already getting shot. That went well. Let's take the chest. Yeah, how about... No, that was very lucky. Let's see how much we actually drop in rank if we get eliminated immediately. We actually also finished a quest or two. +0. That's good. That we didn't actually drop in rank, so we can... Let's keep going. Alright, a bit until the battle bus, so let's wait and or run around. So, how has everyone's weekend started? Anything worth reporting? Let's try this town. It has pretty impressive tunnel. Alright, let's go to the business building. Business city. Alright, we have suppressed pistol. Sounds good. Alright, this is like a cooling device and not let's make a hole to the roof. So there we go. Directly to the disco, really. Alright, that's good. I always hate it when like someone falls through the ceiling when I'm trying to do disco. Very nice, like 90s arcade looks. Alright, what does the chest create? Shield potion. Auto shotgun, sure. Alright, someone is shooting somewhere here. Alright, let's get down, and here they are, so... This pistol could be a bit faster, because we are at this rate losing to the club, so... Alright, headshot. That certainly clears that issue up. Would be nice to have a bit faster gun. The suppressed pistol kind of lacks in rate of fire, I have to say. Let's try some shotgun. Sure, how about another shot of the shotgun? There we go. Another shotgun. I want a SMG. Alright, finally. That's better because we have like a... Alright, and we are also getting shot at, so a gun would be useful right about now. Right. Oh, not the medikit. Alright, let's try the shotgun. There we go. Finally. Alright. And we ran out of ammunition. Let's see if we can find any more shotguns. Alright. Apparently we are shooting with the shotgun. Works. Alright, Mr. Viewers. Even if it might mean that we'll get shot out of the game, going to delete your message anyway right now. There we go. And didn't even get shot out of the game, so... We still would need a better gun than a shotgun. Alright, let's see where to go next. Victory Crown would be like in that direction. Let's go there even if we do not have that good stuffs currently. Like, let's see if we can get the Victory Crown and make a nice big target on our backs. So. It's weird how the game can have more than one Victory Crown, but it might be that if more than one player joins the match so that they are bearing a Victory Crown from the previous match, it practically results in having more than one Victory Crown, which would seem logical. Alright, how are we positioned in relation to the... Alright, in relation to the zone. Alright, they did really well, like, and they also have only shotguns on offer, really. Alright, we are also running out of zone, so whatever the action, let's head in this direction for now. As it's preferable to stay in the zone, it's quite hard to survive very long in the storm, so 4 eliminations already, so that will in any case do good to the rank, so that's a good situation in that respect. Alright, there's like some kind of what, toll gate or right, there's like a treasure, but it's apparently much down. Sure. Finally, like an assault rifle. Alright, shield potion is good, of course. Wherever like the overall well works also, like let's go back through the road here. And check our position in relation to the zone soon, but there was some shooting, so let's see if we can find that. Alright, we are also getting blasted off, so let's finish them first. Alright, golden sniper. Sure. Did they have anything else good? The baseball bat, which is fun but not terribly useful. Sure. Happy to take the 5th elimination, whatever. Alright. We got also blasted by the car. Alright, that was close. Alright, no wonder. Purple gun. No wonder that worked so well. Alright, we increased rank. Silver 1. Wow. That's nice, really nice. Alright. Let's return to the lobby for now and then see how we are doing time wise and choose according to that. Alright, interesting pickaxe, and we got a banner icon. And glider, that's like bullets. Alright, sir, claim all. Nice, more rewards and silver ranked, so that went well. So let's then see how we are doing time wise. Alright, a bit over 1 hour, so there's still some time to go. That was also really good match, so let's also take some time just like to display the woods, as one might say in this case. So also really like the patterns on the sides. So let's then see about the next match gradually. So let's see how the next match goes. This has been quite successful as far as ranked goes, because we have been getting really good matches in and already silver ranked, so it will get harder. Let's also see what the shop has. Tomb Raider, alright. Unfortunately, Lara Croft is wearing quite not so shiny outfit, so a bit less interested. Like, yeah, but A, you're not wearing very much. B, it's not very shiny, so kind of not totally pleased. Like, yes, and would be concerned if I'm exploring like some ancient things. How about having bare knees and elbows for some nice scratches while crawling around like in some ancient building? Really? Tomb Raider's ride, alright, looks sufficiently believable for driving into wilderness. Alright, locker bundles, Answer Wood, yes, reddish, sans peppertone, probably Fortnite characters. Then we have the Deadpool mashups. We already have the meaningful ones, the Raven Pool and Cuddle Pool. The Fish Pool is kind of like, yeah, you can also do that. It's not very elegant with the huge fish head. Then we have the Legion. Most of these were not that good. Then we have the Root Gunner, which we already have. The rest are not quite that nice. Alan the Alien, quite simplistic. Alright, these toony things. Never cared quite as much for those. Alright, that looks actually pretty good. So it's like the male counterpart of the female with the racing suits. Sure, that's actually worth getting. Very nice, like the snug racing suits. Yep, that we are getting. Your chat's so quiet. Now, Mr. Cheap, whatever. Let's also get rid of you. Really? Why complain? Your chat's so quiet. Yeah, as if we cared. So, let's see what else we had. These were really nice. Let's see what else there was, like Royal Flush bundle. Then we have kicks there nowadays because this has separate footwear, so we have like also you can get Crocs, which is kind of like, how about Crocs for Fortnite? Alright, because of course somewhere wear Crocs everywhere, so fair enough, fair enough. A lot of stuff in the shop this weekend. Harley Quinn, alright. Seems they do not have the kind of classic full body Chester suit, though. It's like the apparently the other ones, like, yeah. Alright, then we have some cars and Hatsune Miku. Alright, not really into the toony ones. Then we have jam tracks and Lego houses, which is also very important. You can buy like a Fortnite Lego tower. Yep. And then the bundles that are only for sale for cash. Alright, that was quick look and some action in the shop. So let's then next do another match. Let's see how it goes in the silver league, because we are already getting a bit bigger overall, so it of course starts also getting gradually harder. All right. And then we wait for the battle bus. Alright, and it's time for the battle bus. Let's see where to land. Pretty like angular, like not so far, but quite far off the. Let's see what we find here. There's like some kind of trailer park, so let's aim there. Would imagine the trailers have also some weaponry somewhere here. Or we can of course change place to porta potty. Where did we come out from? There's at least some ammunition, but apparently no. But there's a chest here, so I'll go back even. Good. It has guns and right. I accidentally went up. No problem. We found another chest. Alright, now we do have assault rifle. Works for me. And some shields from the barrels, maybe. There we go. Alright, let's see what else we can find. Alright, let's see if we can do something about the fighting here. Right, there's also some kind of NPCs here, so they at least was blasted off. Alright, and there was some kind of explosive device with them, so let's run off a bit and heal up, preferably. Here we are. There we go. Also shields, and then we actually can again take the gun. Alright, and SMG, yes please. At least we have been doing well with finding chests. If nothing else. How are we moving in relation to the zone? Alright, we should turn the other way soon-ish, because we are practically moving out of the zone. Alright, full shields even, which is good. Alright, do prefer the assault rifle, like it's better to have more rapid fire weapons, tend to be of the opinion. Alright, half the players have been eliminated, but we haven't eliminated any because we haven't actually found any. let's see how we are moving in relation to the zone again soon, so we have some idea of where we should continue. Alright, pretty much in this direction. That's good. Alright, also about 10 million meters downwards. Alright, 31 left and we have not actually encountered any, like really, where are you shooting? Alright, and we are pretty much in middle of the zone also, so this starts to be a pretty good situation. Would just like some eliminations, please. Alright, even worse drop. Still have not encountered very many opponents. Good, we actually have bullets. Alright, finally there's some action there. Is it like here or in the seaport city proper? Do you think that's some botting, because there are so many people in the bank? Like some... Not going to touch that, because usually it just puts you in more trouble. Let's take a car. Alright, clearly skilled driver. There we go. Road. We have not discovered this area, so let's see. Alright, there's some factory here. Alright, pickles. Very well. Alright, that guy was fast, but not fast enough. A lot of purple items, let's check them out. Alright, Sub-Zero's combat hit, Mammoth pistol. Sure, that should be fun. Outlaw shotgun, epic, even better. And then we have the baseball bat. Would be nice to have also more shields, but that they didn't apparently have. Let's see if we can find like the chests, because they are apparently somewhere else. Let's make a hole in the roof. And apparently also in the wall. Alright. Where the chests were, because we pretty much brought the whole house down. Sure. Alright, they were actually in the house. That didn't either contain shields. And where would the other one be? Alright, let's leave that one for now. Let's reload and see about more action for now. 10 players remaining, so the previous guy was fast, but not quite fast enough. Let's see if we again get the final 5. It's getting close. Only 1 elimination, but we have been doing very well as far as staying alive goes. Alright, there's something going on. Alright, there's a player. Alright, that didn't go very well. Alright, golden gun, no wonder. But that was pretty good match. 9th, only 1 elimination, but as such otherwise pretty strong. Strong going. So, yep, we increased rank pretty good amount, so it was not bad at all. Let's return to lobby and then see how we are doing time-wise. Do you think we also finished some quests? Yep, and we got a lot of trails for the Rocket League, like what about every possible thing. So let's claim all some rewards and let's see how we are doing time-wise. Alright, we are pretty much up to the 1.5 hours intended, so let's then start to finish here. So we of course again show the goods, and otherwise as this has been really nice overall. So and still like also the patterns on the side. So, and yes, we see who we will raid. Hopefully you all enjoyed our Fortnite with the she-wolf, and feel free to also, if you want this kind of overall outfit again, feel free to ask about that. We would be very happy to do it also another time. So, Nerdaxic is again building their products, and let's see how our good builder is doing.
Like...
Apparently they are doing some modeling. Let's rate them. It's always good to see them working on their bröd, so let's rate them. Always appreciate those who actually take the effort to build their own things, so let's go for them and see some products and planning. So thank you all for joining, and we'll see most probably later tonight with different suit and different games. So be well, and thank you all for joining and appreciating the very elegant looks. Be well, and see you tonight.